So we have 7th edition here if we want to, for some reason, do a limited sealed event to that. If for some reason I feel like drafting that. Throne of Eldraine, I know that has some good stuff in it. Some absolutely broken stuff. I mean, especially because Oko's in this set, the original Oko. I don't remember, like, I guess maybe except for Field of the Dead. Was Veil of Summer in here also? I'm trying to remember what good cards came out of 2020 core set. That's assuming I want to do any of these booster drafts. But of course there's no guarantee I get any of the cards I just mentioned. More Alliances boosters for sale. Tarkir Dragonstorm. Was this like 2021 or 2023 this came out? Innistrad Midnight Hunt. There was this and there was Crimson Vow that were like came out just a couple years back. But anyways, because I want another chance at Force of Will, which is from Alliances, yes. Oh, there's a Modern Horizons pack. I'll take that too. I'll take another Horizons pack. Horizons too. Except I gotta sell some cards if I want to buy that also. I don't think I'm gonna be. I think I'll pass on playing Krenko Mob Boss. Even though just jamming a bunch of goblins into a deck and then just spawning a bunch of tokens sounds like fun, I'll still pass. I'm getting basically nothing for that Serpent's Pass. I mean, I barely paid any money to get it in the first place. Sell one of the snow-covered mountains. This is pretty much like, yeah, the last 1,000 gold to my name, clean me. Come on, Force of Will. Can we just get that out of the way and get that into our collection? No, but let me just stop to look at some of the cards I did pull. I didn't see the part where this was a 5-mana card to cast. Okay, this card actually isn't half bad. I'm probably not playing this specific color combination anytime soon. Okay, Modern Horizons 3 I guess we'll do first. I'm keeping this no matter what because it's a land on the back If I play red, I kind of just can replace any of my random lands with this. I don't know, maybe I need to destroy a problematic non-basic land, or just make creatures unable to block or something. And if I don't need either of those, just play this as a land. Alright, so let's get to the rares. Disruptor Flute. Choose a card name. Spells with the chosen name cost 3 more to cast. Activated abilities of sources with that name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. And Kudo King Among Bears. I don't think I'll be doing anything with energy counters anytime soon, though. I guess I'll at least keep the rares, maybe can do something with those. -13 to something if I have no cards in hand, and -3 otherwise. I can still definitely get rid of quite a few creatures for only 2 mana. I guess if I need to also put a +1/+1 counter on something, that's also an option. Whenever you discard a card, this deals 1 damage to any target and you gain 1 life. I have a discard outlet in my command zone, so I might think about playing this one, potentially. I could potentially play this. It does cost 4 mana, so I'm having second thoughts. And the rare? Rishadan Dockhand. I need to just tap down lands. Let me just continue looking around for opponents to duel or cards or whatnot. More booster packs for sale. Modern Masters 2017? I'm sure this has some good stuff in it. I'm sure of it. I think the enemy-colored fetch lands can even come out of these. Of course, they're in the rare slot. So the likelihood of actually seeing any of them is rather low. Okay, when this enters, I make a 4/4 that can't attack or block alone, sure. Every time it enters the battlefield. If I can just somehow find ways to, I don't know, exile it, make it re-enter the battlefield, I can just get, like, multiple 4/4 beasts. Now, if I compare that with something that can just flicker it every turn, make it leave the battlefield, get exiled, then just come immediately back, it's just gonna make, like, an extra 4/4 creature every time. So if I can just find a way to do that... Well, if I need other ways to do that. Because I know I have Ephemerate. Exile target creature, return to the battlefield under your control, plus it has rebound, so you get to just do it again. Okay, let's get to the good stuff already. I already have Misty Rainforest, though. Oh, speaking of fetch lands, I did pull one, but it's the one I already. It's the one of the ones I already have. At this point, it's just a matter of, okay, which fetch land do I prefer the look of? Which one do I prefer to actually have in my deck? The one with this art? Replace card variant. Because I think this one, just because it's a quote-unquote mythic rare, is going to sell for a little bit more. They're functionally the same card, but just one's going to sell for slightly more. Yeah, no sense in keeping... Yeah, where's the Misty Rainforest? The one that I just took out. I think it's the special guests one, this one. No sense in keeping two. I mean, if that had been any other fetch land, that would have been amazing. No, it just so happens to be the one that I already owned a copy of. So that in other words, that does not help me. Oh, this too makes something when it enters the battlefield. Although I do like getting a 4/4 and for 3 mana much better than getting a 3/3 for 4. Okay, I still do have Doomblade in here. I mean, for now, this should be fine to still keep in the deck. It's only once I start seeing lots of black creatures again that has to come out. Where's that removal spell? I could play this too. Make somebody sacrifice a creature for just 2 mana. I could play that instead. Either that or it was either that or Tragic Fall I was gonna put in. I guess I'll go check out this cave. So we have green wizards. I think those are bears running around the cave. I could be wrong, though. Counter-target artifact ability requiring an activation cost. I don't quite think I'm really playing any of those. Okay, that's basically a shroud. I'll still just opt to take the damage anyways. Yeah, there's my Misty Rainforest. I'll just get this in the graveyard. Oh, I forgot. Malcolm's gonna let me draw this card every time I do damage. I mean, alright. We'll just draw another land card. So I can just do this next turn. And then, yeah, discard something else. Spider Human Advisor at the beginning of combat on your turn. Target spider you control gets +2/+2. Okay, I guess. Again, I get to search for anything. Because if I ephemerate, now I get to search for another card. And then if I need to, I'll be able to ephemerate, flicker something again, probably that Runescarred Demon, and search for any other card, if need be. Oh, I forgot about the reach. Completely forgot that was a thing. I wasn't even, I took like 5 seconds to look at this. Okay, I see this is still gonna hold them back from attacking with anything. I guess we want to put some cards back into our hand or something. Okay, I do have another revival spell. That's perfect. I'm just gonna get Grizzlebrand back onto my field. I'm gonna get rid of the 6/5. then just pass it on back. Okay, 5-7 and still... Because, yeah, I could just theoretically double block like this and kill this. Untap my creature, yes. Alright, so now that's gone. Just attack like this. Got him. Took my time, but yeah, utterly destroyed him there. I was low on shards, so I definitely want to take some shards. Okay, what's in here? Target player reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it to make them discard it. Mana Barbs? I already do own this, I believe. Just a different, like, variant of it. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to Cho Mana or Revolutionary. If I need to make my opponent specifically discard a card from their hand, and if I also want the hand knowledge. I guess until I can find better options, there's also distress. Until I can get my hands on like a better version of this effect. Okay, so they are bears. Keep. I'll start off with Psychic Frog and pass the turn. I see. We'll attack, just put a +1/+1 counter on this thing. And draw a card. Target bear you control fights target. Oh, it's just gonna put counters here. So it's not a legendary, so I can just do a cast down on it. That would just get that off the field. Attack with both of these. 2 lands. Okay, right back to me already, I see. And now I'm going to be drawing even more cards, apparently. I'm going to draw 2 cards when Psychic Frog does damage. Sure, let's just draw 1 extra card, because why not? Fierce Guardianship. Counter that for 0. I'll pass. Okay, that is an instant card. Or I could just simply counter this. And now attack into a completely empty board. Hydra. Nice, so... Okay, it's just like a regular Hydra, not like it's definitely not a boss variant, it looks like. Even though I don't have any blue mana in this opening hand, I can always draw into it later, so we'll keep. It's always possible I just draw into some later. As I was saying. Mistcutter Hydra, X is 1, so it's only a 1/1. Goldvein Hydra, X is 1 also. Protection from blue. Let's play Parallax Wave. I think I'll do like that. Whenever a player casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on Mana Gorge or Hydra. I'll just remove that also. And then proceed to just win the game. What does this Vorinclex do? If you put one or more counters on a permanent or player, put twice that many instead. If an opponent would put one or more counters on a permanent or player, they put half that many rounded down. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Target player mills 10 cards. If I wanted to play mill that badly though, but not really. Just wanted to see what this can transform into. I'll just sell all of that, and then be on my way. Have I been to any of these towns, perhaps, or no? Or have I not been to any of those yet? Can't say I remember. I mean, we'll just see if maybe any cards have been bought already. If somebody already bought one of the cards. That's all I really want to know. I guess that's the stat that just every time they play a land or a blue spell, they gain 1 life or something. So it's just a little, like, small blue tower. Kaya, Geist Hunter. What does she do? Yeah, Planeswalker, but what loyalty abilities does she have? That's good if I want to make tokens. I don't recognize any of these other cards, really. Brain Surge. Draw 4 cards and put 2 cards from your hand on top of your library in any order. Donate. Plenty of shenanigans you can do with this, with... Yeah, if with the right cards, that is. K9 Mark 1. Other legendary creatures you control have Ward 1 as long as this is untapped. Interesting. I guess I'll duel a few of the guys inside here, then I'll leave. Another expedition map, I don't see why not. Okay, that just makes him gain 3 life. So nothing flies, so let's just attack for 3. Actually 4. Attack with both. And just hope to actually find some other non-land card I can actually go cast. I would just do 4 damage to something. I'll take 3. Mox Opal, wow. He's just playing cards left and right, but still. It's still not, it doesn't look like it didn't really matter still at this rate. Apparently I'm still just drawing, like, non-stop, just drawing, like, land cards here. Way more than I need. Okay, how many different land cards are we searching for here? So I guess before he ends his turn, I'm just gonna do, yeah, Gifts Ungiven. Go select all my best creature cards, pretty much. 2 go into my hand, 2 go into my graveyard. I'll just select a bunch of my best creatures. Let's draw another land card, because why not? I'll Dance of the Dead Runescarred Demon back into play. That will grab me Animate Dead. I'll attack, like... Oh, this can give itself flying, I just noticed. Still attack with both. We'll get this into the graveyard also. And then, yeah, main phase 2. Animate Dead, Agent of Treachery. Don't really think it matters what I gain control of at this point. I got to successfully resolve a Gifts Ungiven, and just look what I just got from that, so... just look what I did with it. Not really much going on there, I see. Okay, apparently haven't dueled one of these either. I guess we'll just do that now. We'll try this. Okay, there's my swamp. Just what I was looking for. He's got a creature too, I see. And now he won't. +1/+0 for each basic island you control. I'll just pass for now. Oh, I'm not gonna cast anything, apparently. Just play my commander. Attack with both. Put some counters here. Can't activate this ability, I'm short on mana. But I think that should still be fine. Beginning of combat, exile this from my graveyard. And then just Emperor of Bones revive it. With that, I'm gonna steal this Soulblade Djinn right here. I'm gonna steal that. And then just, I guess, attack with a bunch of creatures. These are all really good cards. But yeah, obviously some have to go. So yeah, that leaves them without a field, and then, of course, I can just freely go and attack. Oh, free Runescarred Demon, like it even matters. The game's already over. A bunch of Djinns. none of which I really want to play. Is this maybe a village I've been to already by any chance? Cannot say I remember if I've been here already. Lara Croft Tomb Raider. I honestly forgot they did like a Tomb Raider secret lair. I forgot about this. There's a chance I might have already been to this town. I cannot say I remember for sure, but I might have been here. Okay, I see. Yeah, a bunch of spirits. Slivers. So tempted to do that sliver deck in Commander. MB1, Mystery Booster Booster. Alright, sign me up for the Mystery Booster Booster. Can't attack unless there is a mountain on the battlefield. You don't say. That's at least worth keeping. Not bad. Death Touch Lifelink only for 2 mana on a 2/3. Reaper King. I can't really think of any other Scarecrows even worth playing, so... Living Death. Each player exiles all creature cards from their graveyard, sacrifices all creatures they control, then put all the exiled cards onto the battlefield. So everything that's in the graveyard ends up on the battlefield, and everything that was on the battlefield will hit the graveyard. And Soren Markov. Target opponent's life total becomes 10. I'm looking at that second loyalty ability, I'm like, wow. Play this against a boss with like 70 plus life, that would be hilarious. Or I could also potentially just, yeah, control my opponent on their turn for -7 loyalty. Living Death, wow. That could be literally just game winning on its own if the battlefield and the graveyards are set up just right. That could win a game all on its own at that point. With the way I'm building this deck, that could be game winning outright. Okay, so yeah, it turns out I'm not, like, low on money anymore. I mean, I've dueled a bunch of random opponents, sold most of the cards. Of course, I'm not going to be low on money. Still kind of low on mana shards. Doesn't help the fact that I keep on spending them. Modern Masters 2015, Iconic Masters. I'll just take both of those. Now I'll crack them open and see what we get. Not bad. Nice snow-covered swamp. I think honestly at this point I'd probably rather just play Arcane Signet over this. And the rare Future Sight. I can play cards off the top of my library with this. Alright, Modern Masters 2017, will I get another fetch land? If so, hopefully one that's not one I already have. Ranger of Eos. I might keep it for now. I can always just sell it later if I'm short on money. I don't really want to have to return a creature I control to my hand to counter a spell with this deck exactly. Unless maybe I do, if it's something with a really good enters the battlefield ability, then I could just recast it and get that ability again. Maybe. Possibly. Yeah, this too for similar reasons. I also would like to keep the Spell Pierce. I don't think I need any of the commons in here. This is nice, but I'm not really playing artifacts. I already own this, I believe. The ability to give myself hexproof, I believe I already owned that. And if it's in my opening hand, just start the game with it on the battlefield. Oh, if I need something, I can just block indefinitely. There's Fog Bank. What's our rare? Not bad at all. Horizon Canopy. I'll take it. Even if it's not in the colors I'm playing, still. Not bad at all. So I'm gonna teleport back to the blue capital city. That was the great lighthouse, wasn't it? I'm just gonna teleport back here. Now, if I want to actually start smithing cards, if I want to start crafting into cards, I do want to see how long I can go before I actually need to use the smith's place to really complete my deck. Control magic. Okay, this just keeps something tapped down. Really inefficient way to counter something, unfortunately. I heard this was pretty good in landfall decks. One less the cast if it's bargained. How do I bargain something? I have no idea. Not quite sure how you bargain something. I have to look that up, because... yeah, I'd have to look that up. I already own that. Let's see some more rogues. Rogues or ninjas, or what do we got here? Yeah, rogue creatures. I have that too. I'm trying to remember if Hull Breacher was maybe a rogue. Merfolk rogue or something. Yeah, I'm thinking of another such card that can just, I was about to say punish draws, but it actually just prevents extra draws except for the first one each turn outright, and then I get a treasure token. Alright, before I lose all my mana shards, so if I keep doing that, I will lose them all. I think I'll just grab this while I'm here. While I'm passing through, I might as well just grab that. We have a grave concern on our hands, and it concerns Teferi, the temporal... Okay, so if I accept this quest, they're gonna send me to fight Teferi, as in the boss Teferi? They're gonna send me on a boss hunt, aren't they? What's he doing that's causing so much alarm? He's meddling with time, because, yeah, that's what Teferi does. The past, present, and future becoming untangled, leading to chaos and unpredictability. It's a perilous situation. How can we resolve it? We must confront Teferi, but diplomacy should be our first approach. He's a powerful mage, and if he refuses to cooperate, we might have to actually fight him. I'll do what I can to reason with him. Find Teferi's hideout and defeat all enemies present. If they're gonna make me fight Teferi himself, this actually might be... We might actually have a challenge on our hands if I have to fight Teferi himself. Alright, who's this supposed to be walking around? A Geist Mage. Alright, let's see what's in his hand. Make him discard something. I'll just make him discard the rare card. I know he has a Syncopate in his hand. I know he's got a counterspell. Yeah, while he has mana up, I know he can just, if I just, like, say, like, would have tapped all three of my lands, he could have done Syncopate, X is 1, and then just counter a Fiend. I'm kind of just waiting for him to play something else. Okay, yeah, there's the Syncopate. Counter unless I pay X, which is 3, so... Geist Blast deals 2 damage, and then he's gonna cast Geist Blast again. Alright, finally he's tapped out. He also played his counterspell. Well, mostly tapped out. And that counterspell that I saw, he played it, so... Unless he has another one, maybe. Obviously I'm discarding that. And then let me go revive the Runescarred Demon. I'll just get Ephemerate. which will make Runescar Demon re-enter the battlefield so I can go grab something else. I'll grab Counterspell. I just let it resolve. I was clicking too fast. I mean, I guess if I, like, still need it or something, I still have it. Just gonna grab a piece of removal to kill that creature. Yeah, something had to be discarded, though. Okay, sure. I guess if he's even gonna cast anything at this rate. Oh, nothing, apparently. One damage to Vendilion Click. Here's another one. Now, I need one more turn to finish him off. Okay, just cast another one of these. They don't fly, so... all I gotta do is just attack. I see. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand if you controlled that permanent. Draw a card. Interesting. Draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard a basic land card. I don't have that many left in my deck, so... have I by any chance already been here, too? I might have been, but I can't say for sure. It's right there. Let me just go straight to it. I believe I'm looking at it right now. Yep, Teferi's hideout. Defeat all enemies inside. Anybody out here? Do I have to fight? Does this count towards the... does this count as well? Does all this count as well? I guess, sure, just play Esper Sentinel. Swords to Plowshares. I see. I'm just gonna Skull Clamp this thing to draw 2 more cards. Okay, apparently I had plenty of lands. Let's see if this can stick around too. In the meantime, I'll just pass turn. Okay, this can make mana of any color, right. I'll play my commander. I'll attack with 2 creatures. We'll do something like that. Free clue token. Searches their library for up to 2 land cards. Puts them onto the battlefield tapped and shuffles, and they will control 3 or more. And they'll get 2 zombies because they have a... Pretty much every one of these lands is a desert, so... Wow. Bunch of tokens. Ooh, Grizzlebrand. That's hilarious. And instead, I think I'm just gonna do Gifts Ungiven. Let's see if this goes into my hand or into my graveyard. Let's just see what he gave me. He gave me Dance of the Dead. I had this the entire time in my hand. Whether this goes to the hand or the graveyard. Okay, I'm honestly better off having this in the graveyard. So let's bring this back. Alpha Strike, because I'm gonna attack with... Since I'm attacking with 5 creatures, this is gonna trigger 5 times. And by that point, he's gonna have no board left, so to speak. Yeah, I was not scared for even a moment there. Nothing to worry about, as you could see. If I ever go back to playing a life gain focused deck, because that's a very easy way to just gain life every single turn. So, all enemies inside, so... I guess we'll just keep doing this then. I don't know if I'm on a time limit or anything to defeat all these enemies inside here, or if I can just take as long as I want. Okay, there we go. Oh, sweet. Straight back to me already. Still definitely gonna attack. Pick something to discard now. I can just revive that anyways. Oh, I'll wait till next turn. Gotta wait till next turn to fetch off of that. But it's fine. There aren't any cards in his graveyard yet. Because this is really cool. And it's for Magic the Gathering. I'm having to explain, yeah, Forge Adventure Mode to a lot of people. Surprisingly underrated? I'll take a Scrubland. Fan-made, yes. This is yet another, like, not official, like, Wizards of the Coast, like, creation. At that point, I don't really think it matters what I go kill. If I want to just search for any card, if I don't mind waiting 2 turns. I don't know, I think my hand is already cracked as it is. Skull Clamp. No, I'd love to get that in my graveyard, but the game's probably going to be over before this happens at this point. That's what I thought. I didn't know, like, Moxfield has, like, a built-in, like, you can play Magic the Gathering there. I thought it was just mainly, like, you post deck lists on it. Yeah, it was not where you could, like, fully play Magic the Gathering in that, too. I know what Cockatrice is, though. But this is all pretty much, like, automatic and, like, enforcing the actual game rules. Alright, I guess I'll play Wasteland. I'm gonna keep her untapped in case I need to give protection to something. Okay, there we go. Now we're talking. I'll attack with just Malcolm still for now. Draw and discard again. Attack with these two now. Counters go here. Okay, that's gonna resolve. And make a few zombie tokens. So I can remove one of them. Okay, I don't think I can cast the tokens, so... And then it just dawned on me, no, we can't cast tokens. Stroke of Midnight, destroy Hostage Taker. In response to that... Okay, yeah, that is a white card. Just gonna cast a second copy in response. Used up just about... He used up basically all his mana to do this. Oh wow, Tainted Pact. I'm not even gonna need to go, like, look for any card in my deck. I won't even need that at this point. Look at all the Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon video games that have been coming out every couple years. Yeah, back in my day, they used to come out with, like, lots of Yu-Gi-Oh! Video games. One which also came with some racetracks that looks like straight out of Mario Kart. Yeah, some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds ones, you got like a few like racetracks straight out of Mario Kart. I mean, oh, Swords to Plowshares, huge. That's huge. Gimme. Yeah, as I was saying, because card games on motorcycles. I mean, if you've seen the anime, just maybe like 1 or 2 episodes of it, you probably understand. They have these custom-made vehicles that look like motorcycles you can just play Yu-Gi-Oh! In. Alright, where's Swords to Plowshares? Because I want to put that straight in the deck. When it comes to removal, you really don't get much better than this. Sure, they gain some life, but get rid of anything for 1 white mana and even exile it. You usually just can't go wrong with that. I'm just looking to see how many basic lands I still have. Okay, one of these is gonna come out, because I have a snow-covered swamp that can just be put into its place. I think I'll take some more basics out, because I can put this in, too. Some more basic lands can come out, actually. Nimbus Maze? How have I, like, forgotten to put this in my deck? Okay, I did forget to put it in my deck. If I'm running that many basics, I take out Tainted Pact, or better yet, just take out the basic lands. Or just cut the basic lands. Precisely why I want to just start chopping off basic lands. Because of Tainted Pact. So I still have 2 regular plains and a snow-covered one. 1 snow-covered swamp, 1 regular swamp. Once I get my hands on, like I say, a snow-covered island, then one of the plains will just come out. That way Tainted Pact won't ever actually whiff. And now it's extremely unlikely, and if I already have like one of these plains on the battlefield, it'll never like just hit 2 cards of the same name and whiff. I'm guessing I have to beat up their camels as well. I guess I have to fight the camels too to do the quest. Oh, there's a camel. Funny how WotC won't ever make something like this. I mean, they have Magic Arena. I think people still do play Magic Online, it's just not something I'm terribly interested in. Okay, this can still produce black. Just by its lonesome. So I have a creature I can actually play. Well, I guess I'll just make him sacrifice a creature in the meantime. Anything to slow him down while I just wait for my third land to show up. Plane cycling. It doesn't even have to be, like, a basic. Doesn't even have to be a basic plane, so... Hallowed Fountain, so I have access to blue now. Now I should be able to attack with a lot of creatures because Bitterbloom Bear has just been sitting here for a couple turns. Desert deals 1 damage to Bitterbloom Bearer. I completely forgot about the desert. 1 damage to target attacking creature during the end of combat. If you control a tapped creature, which he does not. Pretty sure everybody can just attack and... Alright, just sure, let's draw 10 cards. Honor the Pure, if I want to go back to playing a mono white deck again, that would be pretty nice. Protection from multicolored. Got a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control when it enters the battlefield. So every enemy, you said. So that should be like almost all the camels soon. Okay, go get a scrubland with that Eagles of North. Sure. Cast the commander and pass. And now I get to draw an extra card every turn. I guess unless, well, like, the camel does damage to me or something. Sure. I'll just make him sacrifice it. Oh, perfect. Now I'm gonna get 2 of these. Alright, I see the Campbell's already starting to run short on cards. Meanwhile, I'm not going anywhere. Only 2 cards this time? Well, of course I'm gonna own plenty of copies of these. Oh, I have to go walk along that path to leave. Now, I don't believe the enemies should respawn or anything. Yeah, I guess we did just clear out a bunch of random desert nomads and their camels. I'm just looking to see if this is any good. And even then, I think I'll still just sell everything here. Hexproof and indestructible. You can theoretically get that for 1 mana. Maybe I'll keep that if I need some effect like that in green to save one of my creatures. An instant speed for as little as 1 mana. The +X is also a nice bonus. The fact that you have that option is a nice bonus too. Whenever a player sacrifices a creature, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Mortician Beetle. Another beetle, okay. I'll still let that hit me. Whenever you put 1 or more -1/-1 counters on a creature, create that many 1/1 black insect creature tokens. I'm gonna negate that. Okay, there we go. I was wondering when I was gonna get that. Only to cast a legendary, or even this. And then pick black off Command Tower, of course. Just making sure I'm tapping my lands correctly. Okay, so it can't block. My creatures are just gonna fly over these anyways, so it's fine. It truly baffles me just how underpowered some creatures are. Okay, that only gives creatures hexproof, doesn't give players hexproof, unfortunately, so this is going to resolve. I'll just lose 3 life at that point. That should be fine to just lose 3 life. And then just Hashatan, spawn a 4/4 copy of Griselbrand onto the field. Terror destroys Senu, it can't be regenerated. I'm all tapped out, so I can't just Plume-Creed Escort save it. In response, exile it and gain some life. On the bottom, and then keep Tainted Pact on the top. Let's just see what I can Tainted Pact into. I don't know, I guess in case something happens to the 4/4 Griselbrand. Assign some damage, yes. Don't even know why we're doing that at that point. Target creature loses first strike or swamp walk until end of turn. How many enemies are there once we actually cross the bridge? Starting to have a feeling we're going to be in here for a really long time at this point. Oh, okay, that's a greater sandworm. That's what that's supposed to be in there. So that's what that is. I do not want to be stuck with a 1-land hand, so return 2 cards to the bottom of my library. I'll settle for that then. Sure, Skullclamp it is, I guess. I mean, at least have something that can attack for now. There we go. I don't even know if running would be a plan if we're talking about something this huge. I'll just let this hit me. Whenever any opponent plays a land, put a +1/+1 counter on Dirt Cowlworm. I mean, it doesn't fly or have reach or anything, so it should be fine anyways. Giver of Runes. Oh, okay, I'll take that. Another target creature you control gains protection from colorless or the color of your choice until end of turn. I'll take that. Basically another, like, Mother of Runes-like effect for 1 mana, but she can't use it on herself, though. Yeah, I'll definitely keep that. It's the funniest looking Drake I think I've ever seen. We're gonna try this. Island. Play my commander. And I guess I'll just... yeah, I'll put Agent of Treachery in the graveyard. Attack with both of these. Ooh, Brainstorm. Okay. Two damage to any target. And destroy target artifact. I'll put those lands on the bottom. And Ephemerate to save my Esper Sentinel. Don't really actually have anything I want to Ephemerate right now. Oh nice, and I get Senu back for free. Draw a card and blight 1, and then also investigate. Two damage to any target and destroy target artifact again. This time, I believe, is going to resolve. And even then, I'm still going to absolutely destroy him on this next turn. Fire and Ice, not bad. I already own a Stormcarved Coast, I believe, so no need to keep 2. Oh, my first job is to complete more side quests. Can I untrack the first job? Apparently not. 98 wins, 16 losses. No, what blessing? No blessing, what blessing? Okay, my achievements from my previous, like, Forged Adventure playthrough carried over to this one, I see. So yeah, defeat all enemies inside. I'll probably get a message saying, like, you defeated all the enemies inside. Time to come back and claim your reward once I've done that. Gonna keep that. Pass. We're gonna do snow-covered plains, I guess. Should have maybe played this and just played this. Anyways. Flying in first strike. Okay, then. Doomblade. To just get rid of it. Alright, now it has protection from everything my opponent has. Well, now Grizzlebrand's in the graveyard. Okay, make double white and then cast Parallax Wave. Sandblast deals 5 damage. And I only have 1 mana up. Alright, put Rafina in the command zone. He could not answer True Name Nemesis, though. There's very few ways of getting rid of one of those once it hits the field. Not many ways to get rid of one. I believe this too counts as one of the enemies I need to clear out. So let's do that. Alright, so we're gonna do Hallowed Fountain, Esper Sentinel, pass. Oh hey, I got a free draw. I'll play Baleful Strix. And Mother of Runes, and then attack with both again. Searches their library for a basic land card, and I'm gonna draw another card off Esper Sentinel here. Oh, it only triggers once a turn. But still. And even then, it's still amazing. Anyways. Moving on. Teferi's Experiment, I forgot about this. I'll keep that hand. Okay, can I just not cast anything for the time being? This can only make colorless, and this also can only make colorless for now. I guess for now? Unless I just plain cycle. And then I remembered, oh, I have Eagles of the North in my hand, so I can do plain cycling. Now I should be able to more or less cast just about whatever. Alright, where's my commander? Now that I'm done just fiddling around my lands. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see what I can ponder into. Okay, I have a way to easily get this into my graveyard at least, so there is that. I guess play Emperor of Bones and hopefully he can stick around. Alright, so I guess this is going back into my hand. Which will slow me down a little bit. I'll just recast it, sure. Still gonna attack. I still got to go search for any card. I can just cast this next turn. Play another land, sure. Attack with these two, see how much damage I can do to my opponent's board here. With this. Select something to go in exile until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. Then the token will just cease to exist, so just get the token off the field. Yeah, I knew the token wouldn't come back, so... Let's try this. Let's see if I get, like, one of my, like, Reanimator spells into my hand. Both of them. And the two creatures in the graveyard. This is hilarious. Do I have any artifacts I want to cast in my graveyard? Okay, so I didn't have any. This is still fine, though. Yeah, because can't Senu just come back anyways when I attack? If I have attack with a legendary creature and Senu's in exile, it's just gonna come back anyways. Exactly. Oh, I got the Nuka-Cola vending machine. Whenever you sacrifice a food, create a tapped treasure token. I got the water crystal from Final Fantasy III. If an opponent would mill one or more cards, they mill that many plus 4 instead. I'm still not interested in playing a mill deck, though. And 17 shards, because why not? So we have these... Yeah, these 3 monk-looking dudes, and then Teferi himself. I already own this. It's starting to happen, like, surprisingly a lot. Just finding a bunch of cards I happen to already own. Even though I'm still, like, selling off probably more than... easily more than, like, 75% of what I find. I guess I will just do all 3 disciples first. And then at that point it'll be just Teferi himself left. Okay, that's only really going to be a serious problem if he gets the 30 or more life. Oh, Swords to Plowshare is my creature, I see. Alright, cast Senu, and pass. He had another Swords to Plowshares. I was like, okay, maybe just in case he's got another one. Flooded Strand. Into Tundra. Yeah, imagine if some of those lands are in his drop pool. Okay, there we go. Yeah, just before Monastery Mentor can maybe just make too many, like, monk tokens. I just want to get rid of that before it maybe becomes a problem. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, you may pay 2 mana to give something double strike until end of turn. Alright, try to cast my commander. Tap 3 untapped advisors, artificers, and/or monks to draw a card. I'll attack with exactly 1 creature, it looks like, into an empty board. Or sort of empty. Attack with, I guess, you know, 1 creature. Hopefully I won't need the Damnation. Also, yeah, Senu's gonna come back from exile. I'll take that 5-drop from him. Ledger Shredder. And another Serra Ascendant. So yeah, some pretty good cards in here. Oh, I only have a single black. Oh, I can go into his exile. Can spend mana as though it were mana of any type. Can I, though? Counter a spell, draw a card, and then I drop the 2 cards. Anyways, I guess we'll just attack still. Yes, I want to draw 2 cards. Attack with everybody that can. Got him. Alright, so let's see if the loot's gonna be any good. Looks like there's a lot of it so far, so there's some potential here to get some cards I really want for my deck. So far, it's just a bunch of random cards. Take an extra turn and skip the untap step of that turn. Heroes Remembered, Archmage Emeritus, and Mangara of Korondor. Can't really say that's what I had in mind. Stride 2 and it enters, and it's just a 1/1 with flying. I might keep that. Having to skip the entire untap step in my extra turn probably just... yeah, I lose out on like too much potential with that extra turn. Let's try this hand. Shouldn't be that hard to find a swamp, right? Shouldn't be too hard to come into a swamp. There we go. That'll do it. Oh no, I lose my Wall of Omens. That already at least let me draw a card, so... cast Senu and... Lightning Bolt. I see. Smart to not exile that one. I guess we'll just play this and not get a second copy. Oh shit, I'm already at 6. I'm already down to 6 life. Hopefully at least Rafine can stick around. Okay, so you're saying we might have a shot here. Let's do Dance of the Dead, Agent of Treachery, and now I can steal a creature from myself. Just steal this from myself. Just to play it safe, I'm gonna block. Okay, tap everything down to draw a card, I see. Yeah, I'll untap it. Swing with just this, I guess. I might want to keep some removal handy, since I'm low on life. I'll just do cast down at that point. Okay, now I'm at 4. I only have access to a single white, I just noticed. Alright, Profane Tutor it is. Pass. Sure. And another... Sure, another Serra Ascendant. I guess just pass. He's gonna draw another card, I see. Another Monastery Mentor. I'll force him to sacrifice a creature. Okay, now I can play Profane Tutor. But first thing, I think I'll just do Palace Jailer. Let's just get rid of the creature that's letting him draw a card every turn. Discard 1 card. Okay, I'll just cast another of these. Okay, that is fine, though. I'll animate Dead Grizzlebrand. Even though I can't attack with it this turn, but still, let's do that anyways. I'll just pass. Okay, how much stuff are we casting here? Source of Plowshares targeting Grizzlebrand. I'll negate it. Okay, how many creatures do we got now? Besides a lot of them. Okay, now can I even survive this? Well, obviously I know I have to block. Question is, block what? So I definitely don't want to take 7 damage, that's for sure. This is 5 and it's flying. Do I survive this? Okay, he's back up to 8 life. Now I got like a full board here I gotta just dismantle. Oh, I beat him. How did I beat him, though? Is it 3 life? Disciple of Teferi is lost due to accumulation of 21 damage from... Oh, commander damage! I got him with commander damage? I guess. I guess if all else fails, I was just gonna cast Damnation just to get rid of everything on his board. And then try and just mount the comeback of my own. But I'll take it. They have the 21 commander damage rule in here. I wasn't even counting, like, commander damage. But apparently that's in there. Alright, so we have a way to just bypass, like, let's just say we have to defeat a boss with 70 life. There's a bypass for that, which is commander damage. Pass. And that's it. At this point, yeah, now I'm just gonna be looking for lands and not finding any. I'll just concede. Yeah, considering just how strong even these disciples are. If I'm gonna miss like 2 land drops in a row, I don't think there's any point in continuing. Probably at that point, probably just don't bother. Oh, okay, that's another land shop. I do want to just use a few mana shards just to see, like, what options we potentially have here. Tundra. Gimme. And a Bloodstained Mire. Tundra plus a fetch land. Definitely can't go wrong with that now, can we? So I'm convinced I want to keep looking if I'm going to see, like, Tundra plus another fetch land to add to my collection. I will still take the Darkar Wastes. I'll do this one more time, and then I'll just be on my way. Alright, so let's improve the mana base with the lands I just found. Now I can literally just, like, this is literally just going to be a strict upgrade to the mana base. I've never used the ability on this Spymaster's Vault at any point, so I think that can go too. I've never used its extra ability once. Okay, another land's gonna come out. Question is, which one? I still like the option to at least basic land cycle off of this if I get stuck on my mana. I mean, at least this always can make every color I need. I think I'll still cut it anyways. I mean, eventually the Bad River's gonna go too. So yeah, Tundra, that is a notable upgrade for the deck right there. Plus Bloodstained Mire. This can fetch into Underground Sea. Or it can fetch into Scrubland. Any swamp, in fact. But yeah, especially, yeah, Bloodstained Mire, because I can fetch the non-basic swamps. This off-color fetch can still get me to any color I might be missing. Alright, we'll fight this hermit crab on the way back to the... yeah, to Fairy's hideout. I really just want to be done this quest already. But now I gotta fight a hermit crab. Alright, so we're gonna open pretty much all the lands that come in tapped unless I have 2 or more other lands. I'll try and cast our commander, okay. Each other creature you control enters with a number of additional +1/+1 counters on it equal to Arwen Weaver of Hope's toughness. Sure, play another land. Play Tidehollow Strixen Pass. Edric, Spymaster of Trest. Okay. Ooh, Parallax Wave. That's a good one. I'll just use that to get rid of all the creatures. It's probably only gonna be like maybe, I don't know, 2 turns, 2-3 turns maximum, but that's gonna buy me enough time to just win the game, most likely anyways. You may move all counters from the Ozolith onto target creature. Oh, you have to pick a target? Oh, I guess you have to choose something, and then you can just obviously choose not to. Let's put Griselbrand onto the battlefield. Swing with absolutely everybody. Why even bother at that point? At that point, it's like, why even bother trying? I think we all just know what's gonna happen. I mean, more free cards for me, at least. But at that point, it's like, we know what's gonna happen. Alright, this time let's actually, I don't know, draw more than like 2 lands and not get just stuck on our land cards this time. If all else fails, I can cycle this away to just draw 1 more card. Eagles of the North, perfect. Plain cycle. Into Tundra. And then I can just ponder and see if there's a source of black mana in the top 3 cards of my deck, and then just, if there is, ponder to draw into it. Okay, now I have an excess of land cards. Gain 3 life, draw a card. Okay. Cast my commander. Exile this for 0, because I have my commander out. Exile. Command zone. That is gonna slow me down. Creature, sorcery, and instant in my graveyard. In case I don't know, because he's playing blue and he has mana up. If I spend all 5 on Raffine and he just counters it, that's gonna be bad. Bolt the Strix. Should gain life, you gain twice that much life instead. I now have an artifact in my graveyard also, so I can tutor up anything. He's all tapped out, so that should be perfect. So that's gonna clear the board of, well, everything. Or I'll grab Underground Sea off of my Bloodstained Mire. I will try to recast Raffine. Hopefully she sticks around. Lightning Bolt deals 3 damage to Selfless Spirit. I think he's finally starting to run short on cards here. Counter to Fairy's Ageless Insight. I guess. Let's just play another creature. Draw 2 cards from that Arcane Denial. Because I'm allowed to, so let's definitely do that. Oh, so I have to return something? I'll be able to just revive this thing with Animate Dead anyways, it's fine. Sure. I'll just play another creature down. Diabolic Edict, make him sacrifice his 1 creature he has. Animate Dead will bring back... Of course, I'll bring this back onto the field. Alright, now I'm actually be able to start doing some serious damage. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. I'll just attack with everybody. Yeah, I have like a fully developed board. I'll just attack with everything. draw another card, even though it doesn't matter. Okay, so there's just Teferi himself, and I'm just assuming I'm gonna have no choice but to try and defeat him. Let's just assume we have to beat him. I see they redrew. I see, like, the devs redrew his portrait. Boss effect. At the beginning of each upkeep, target creature or artifact you don't control phases out. You may activate loyalty abilities of Teferi Planeswalkers on any player's turn anytime you can cast an instant. We're gonna have to just see how this is gonna work. I guess we'll try and start things off with Psychic Frog. Path to Exile. At least I get, like, a basic land. But still, I would have preferred to keep the frog around. I guess I'll just plain cycle again. Alright, let's try Vendilion Click. See what is in Teferi's hand. Echo of Eons, Swan Song. I'm going to take the counter magic out of his hand. Oh, beginning of each upkeep. I'm starting to see how that's going to potentially become a problem. Okay, but Rafine can still attack. At least. So she will attack. I'll just get rid of the Ephemerate. I want to keep the counter magics, and I also want to keep Animate Dead and Search for any card. I want to keep that intact. I don't have Delirium yet, probably will soon. Pay 1 to phase out Rafine. Engulf the Shore to return... with toughness less than or equal to the number of islands you control, so... Controls 3 islands, so that would only be Vendilion Click, I believe. Alright, Inquisition of Kozilek, what can I rip out of his hand? This card, what did that do? It's a counterspell. Each card in this controller's graveyard, hand, and library with the same name as that spell. Unless I'm casting stuff from my graveyard, that's not really going to apply now, is it? And since I'm playing a commander deck. Sorcery, instant, we have Delirium. Creature, land, we have Delirium. He's all tapped out, so... and also, yeah, I saw no Force of Will in his hand or anything, so... I'll have to get this in the graveyard, though, somehow. Okay, recast Vendilion Click. Alright, I see he's gonna take an extra turn. Time Warp. That's the one I'd rather, like, actually keep around, if anything. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. If I somehow get to... I might actually literally get to 8 mana at this rate. That could happen. These are both phased out, so... And then negate only hits non-creature spells. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, draw a card. Alright, let's see what I can ponder into. 3 land cards. Tainted Isle. Actually, I will shuffle the library and see what we find. Another creature. It's going to be a lot harder to just keep phasing everything in and out if I actually have a bunch of creatures on the field. So yeah, that works too. Sure. I believe it could always be much worse. Oh, and I get to draw a card just by attacking with Svelion of Sea and Sky. Play another land. And... pass. Path to exile targeting Svelion of Sea and Sky. I'm gonna cast a negate. I'll let him hit me for 1. That is fine. Yeah, kind of like playing with one hand tied behind my back here, but still. And there's still a good chance I win anyways. I could still possibly end up beating him. Especially since I just got to cast Griselbrand. Before it phases out, I'll just draw 7 cards. Ghostly Prison. Pay 2 for each creature that wants to attack. Vanishing Verse to exile it. Can't believe the game's gonna drag on long enough that I can literally just go and cast Griselbrand. I can hard cast it. That's literally, we're just gonna literally win by hard casting. Something I'm supposed to just be reanimating from my graveyard for like 2 mana. Attack into an empty board. Discard 4 cards, don't mind if I do. And then pick something to discard. Probably should go without saying I can just attack with everybody and win here. Just, yeah, now I need to discard 5 cards. I gotta win. I gotta also win a game 2. Or if he beats me, like, once, then I have to win the game 3. Did it just mulligan to 6 or something? Because yeah, if so, that definitely helps my case a bit. Keep the hand. I mean, I have Tainted Pact, I can just kind of like go into anything I need. I can kind of just like tutor into anything I need almost off Tainted Pact. Unless it's a specific card that's exactly at the bottom of my deck. Propaganda. Makes it so every time I want to attack, I have to pay 2 mana to do that. I'll counter that too. Play Rafine and pass. It's just she's just gonna get phased out every turn unless I don't know. Unless I get enough creatures on the board that he can't just phase out everything. Play Mother of Runes. And Vendilion Click again. Creatures, entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. So I don't get to look at his hand or anything. Sure, I'll take 1. Magus of the Tabernacle. All creatures... Yeah, it's basically Tabernacle on legs. I don't have to pay for Vendilion Click if it phased out, I believe. That is going to be annoying. We're going to definitely want to get this off the field as soon as we can. Perfect. That'll work. Yep, this has to go. Mother of Runes. Protection from the boss effect is white and blue, so I need to just pick either white or blue and I'm fine. Okay, but now I do have to get over a ghostly prison. I guess I'll cast Gifts Ungiven and see what I can put in my graveyard. Or hand. I'll pick 3 really big, powerful creatures. And a Reanimator spell, and I'll see what he gives me. Perfect. Not very smart, are we? Master of Time. Not very smart, are we, though? Oh, wait, I can't actually cast that yet. I'll tap this down, and then I'll have to tap for white-blue. So I'll have to bring back Agent of Treachery, say, next turn. I'll just pass. Again, just do protection from white here. Narset Parter of Veils. I can't draw more than 1 card each turn. And then he's gonna do... He's gonna try to do... Yeah, like, he's gonna, for some reason, try to phase out Rafine even though he's all tapped out and can't pay the ward 1. I didn't see he cast another one of these. Totally did not see he played another one of these, so I can't steal anything. I can only discard a card. We might actually be in trouble here. If I can't draw extra cards or attack with many creatures or use any ETB abilities, we might be in trouble. And every time I 2 attack, we might be in trouble here. Yeah, if I wasn't stuck under Narset, maybe I'd be okay. Can't I just attack Narset, though? Discard a card, yes, I know. I know. Return all attacking, I'm going to counter this. Okay, good. Now I get to actually draw extra cards again. Good. Protection from white. Path to Exile. Honestly, that is fine. Yeah, free basic land. Protection from white again. Oh, Demonic Council. I get to search for anything. Nice. Except it gets countered. Pick 2 cards to discard. Yeah, now that I can actually draw extra cards again, this deck can just go brrr. Phasing out. Well, she's tapped, so she can't give protection to something. Okay, I'm at 12. Protection from white again. I'll try to cast Archfiend of Ifnir. I'm only gonna get to attack with a single creature. Because of that ghostly prison that won't go away. Oh, I didn't. Oh. I couldn't connive with Rafina to Vandilia and protection from white. Non-land permanents don't untap during their... Oh, no. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. Non-land permanents don't... Oh, no, they don't untap. Why do I feel like that could be a problem here for me? So as soon as Rafine attacks, she's gonna get stuck tapped down. Yeah, kind of just losing all my creatures here to work with at this point. Yeah, OBS apparently just disconnected, so I'm checking to make sure I'm still alive. I'm just double checking I'm still alive here, don't mind me. Perfect. So I did attack. I'm gonna discard one card. He's still gonna have creatures on the field, though. I was just thinking which one was gonna go. Oh, this is phased out, of course. It's phased out, of course. Sure. Untap everything. Well, I'm stuck tapped down, of course. I can give something Vigilance, I suppose. Counterspell. Because of course we do. Is it just me or does he have like literally a full hand again? Is it just me or his hand literally full again somehow? Doesn't help all my creatures are literally stuck tapped. And they won't untap either. Just gonna hold back on attacking. Not even sure if I'll be able to do that. Okay, that was actually not a good idea. Do I survive? I need my stuff to untap at least. Engulf the shore. How many creatures is that going to return to my hand? Most of them. Untap everything again, I see. So he's got like a full hand of cards again. He's got a full hand. I'm stuck at 2 life and having 0 ways to actually gain any of it back. He's on a full hand of cards again. What do I want to get out of his hand? Maybe I'll just get rid of the card the card I haven't seen yet. I at least know what the other 3 do. Attack to Fairy. Okay, that worked. And if I need to gain life, I can worst case scenario source the Plowshare as one of my own creatures if all else fails. If everything else fails, just do that. I also want to keep some mana up if I need to just counter a creature spell. Wait, can I not? Essence Scatter, it's a creature spell. Okay, sure. Alright, the one creature that can let me actually gain life back is just gonna phase it out over and over again. My one way of actually gaining life back just gets phased out. If I wasn't on 2 life, I wouldn't be so nervous right now, but I'm stuck on 2 life here. Attack with just these two. Discard 2 cards. I'm on 2 life, so absolutely it's going to be Bitter Bloom Bearer that's going to go. Don't think I need much more mana than this, so... So that is dead. Now he's at 2 life. Embargo. Non-land permanents don't untap at the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 2 life. Oh, another Ghostly Prison for good measure. Pay 4 to attack. Or just can let Embargo, like, kill him. Or just let him die to his own enchantment. So why would you play that when you're on 2 life? Why would you do that on 2 life? Alright, so let's get some more loot. Teferi's Protection, Teferi Hero of Dominaria. Another copy of Borrowed Time. Another Swords to Plowshares. I guess pick which one I like best and run that. Brainstorm. Teferi's Moat. 724 gold. Teferi's Staff. 79 shards and 1 life. And we're getting even more, like, really nice loot to add to our collection. And more mana shards. There's still somebody I haven't defeated here yet. Looks just about empty to me at this point. Looks almost completely empty to me now. Apparently there's still somebody here. I even beat Teferi himself. What more do you want from me? I guess I'll do one more, like, look through the whole area, see if there's anything I might have missed. Yeah, it looks to be, like, completely empty here. I don't know, maybe I was thinking maybe there could have been another enemy that was buried underground or something, but I'm sure I would have seen something along the lines of that by now. We probably would have seen one by now, because I looked pretty much everywhere I could have possibly... I do believe I've looked pretty much everywhere I possibly could have at this point. A scorpion just showed up out of nowhere. Just please tell me I'm done after killing the scorpion. I'm gonna grab a swamp with that. Okay, give me black. And then play my commander. Sure, Death Touch, and I guess if you want to cycle it for some reason. Just attack with both of these. I was just trying to find another land card. I'm seeing a bunch of black creatures, so I don't think I want to keep Doomblade. At this point, I don't believe I want to keep that. Sure. Another Scorpion. I can just do 4 more damage and just win on the spot. Something about poisoning the cup, which won't ever happen. Which at this rate, it's never gonna happen. We're not poisoning any cups. Return to town and report your success, and I even had to pick on the poor little Scorpion. They're even making me beat up the Scorpion. Like, what did he do? Like, what did the Scorpion do? I'll come back here later. I already spent, like, probably at least a good, like, hour or so just clearing out an entire hideout. I had to clear out an entire hideout, including, like, a literal boss fight. Plus 3 reputation in the Great Lighthouse. And some more loot. And they're just throwing me some free cards. And some money. Whenever this creature attacks, target instant or sorcery card in your graveyard gains flashback until end of turn. I know this is a land on the back. I'll probably keep it for that reason and that reason alone. You may have this creature enter as a copy of an artifact or creature you control. Feign the Broker, what does he do? Quite a bit, it looks like. Plus X plus 0, where X is the highest mana value among artifacts you control. Isn't there like a item you can just buy that makes you start with the 8 mana Aladdin's Ring? I'm probably gonna keep it for that reason alone, but I want to just pair it with Aladdin's Ring. Yeah, sure, have like a 4 mana 9/3 with flying. I'd play that. If it comes into play from your hand. For 11 mana, though, I'm probably not going to be doing that. All creatures lose flying and island walk. That's gonna hurt me a lot more. It's gonna hurt my opponents mostly. I have a lot of flying creatures. Alright, now I got like, what, over 15,000 gold? Oh, and it looks like every time I sell cards from now on, I'm just gonna get a bit more gold for doing so. Well, some of the cards anyway, so I'll just get a bit more money by selling them. I haven't put the Living Death in my deck yet, still. They're still very, very playable. That could still be, like, insanely good, potentially game-winning in my deck. And even then, I'm still gonna have, like, probably over 300 cards by the time I'm done selling stuff. I don't know, I don't really need that many swamps. I kind of want to just lighten my load a bit. Yeah, I think the Temple of Silence can also just go. At this rate, I'm probably never actually going to be playing this. I think I can finally let go of the Citizen's Crowbar. Honestly forgot that I still had that. Forgot that was honestly, like, still there this whole time. I'll run that Source of Plowshares. I'll play that one there. I'm not really casting this or anything. I'm usually, like, not really playing this. As good as that is, I'm thinking of maybe swapping it out for Giver of Runes or something. That's just like if I need some life in a... well, not really necessarily gain life in a pinch. I do have to cast her and then just kind of like wait a full turn cycles before she can start attacking. But yeah, even still, this deck is absolutely cracked right now, still. I have the One Ring, and I'm literally just not playing it. I'm literally just not using it right now. I'm probably never gonna play this, to be honest. Right now, I'm gonna just like cut one card. I do like being able to gain hand knowledge on my opponent. I can always just put it back if I change my mind. I mean, I can draw 7 cards, or I can just search for any card. Or I can steal something. Okay, that mills a bunch of cards. This just floods the field with insect creature tokens with flying. This just makes little, like, swarms of insect creatures as it just enters or attacks. I'm gonna swap out Runescarred Demon for this. Give this a try. Whenever Overlord of the Mistmoors enters or attacks, create 2/1 white insect creature tokens with flying. In a deck that wants to have a lot of attacking creatures. And then there's if I just want to, like, only have to pay 4 mana for this thing. And still get a few insect tokens in the meantime. It's not a creature for the first 4 turns if I pay only 4. I still get, like, this to trigger once. Before it can actually start attacking. And there's still that Esper Planeswalker that can be your commander. There's still, like, the Planeswalker Aminatou that has, like, I think it's a -1 ability to just flicker something. Any non-land permanent return to the battlefield under your control. If I ever find her, I'll probably just put her in the deck, too. And kind of just pair her with, like, a lot of really good, powerful enters the battlefield abilities. Yeah, imagine getting this on the field and then just Aminatou flickering it pretty much multiple turns in a row. Same for this. Or anything else, really, with a good enters the battlefield ability. If I can ever find her, that is. Lets you fly for some time. And I also get to buy it for a little discount, so I'll pick it up. Just get that out of the way. Armor. Just gonna let me just run around faster. What are the current boosts that I'm wearing? I think they still might be the ones that I started with. A spellbook that increases the size of your starting hand by 1 every game. That's a lot of money just to be spending on a pair of boots, but then it's like a one-time investment. Unless I find a better pair of boots then I don't need these anymore, and as far as I know, I don't think I can sell equipment back for money. I don't remember there being a way to do that. Sure, I'll pick up a few snow-covered islands while I'm here. I don't have a snow-covered island, I'm just gonna go put one of those in. So yeah, every one of these has a different name. Every one of these land cards is a different name. So yeah, Tainted Pact is never going to hit 2 cards of the same name anymore. So I'll always be guaranteed to get some card off of this thing. Okay, now I want to take a little bit of a break. Because I certainly got a lot done just now. We got a lot done just right now. Defeated the boss. Bonus enemy deck rewards, +1. And we have a staff that, if I remember correctly, you can just untap an artifact or land every single turn for free. It also had an ability you can just one-time use in a game with mana shards. Make something phase out. So yeah, we basically get like free passive abilities, and then one we can just activate one time. For free now that we beat this boss. I don't know, maybe I'll just go back to an arena some other time. Maybe next time I'll probably just go back to the arena and do a bunch of that, because I know I can win equipment from that, rather than have to just spend a bunch of money on it.